K6IRZ, Jeff. That's kilowatt 6 India Romeo Zulu, Jeff. Followed by NY6L, November Yankee 6 Lima, J, Nisteria, NY6L. And then followed by NF7R, Dan, in Logandale, Nevada. NF7 Romeo, November Foxtrot 7 Romeo, that's Don, in Nevada. Then followed by KD6VWS, Ron, KD6 Victor Mystery Sierra, Ron in Bradford, and then followed by K6WHK, Phil, I believe he's in La Mesa. And the Richardson 806R, but Bob said they won't be there. So, that's but he check in early. So the next one is KM65YC, Larry. Kilowatt November 6 India Yankee Charlie, Larry. And then followed by M67YX, Greg, M6 November Yankee X-ray, Greg, San Diego area also. Then followed by W6RJO, Palm Beach. Big number stranded there. W6 Lima, I think he's on his Johnson ladder. 151. And then W6IRD and maybe K6IRD. I'm hoping that we'll hear from Karen also. So yes, W6IRD and K6IRD. Last but not least is KF604AD. It's a short list tonight. Enthusiastic and ready to roll. Good luck with the net. KF604AD, K6LDL.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to do a little tuner. It says, well, every time you key up, it's up and then it falls down. And usually if I turn both knobs, it takes care of the problem. So I just will loop on it. Maybe that's better. All right, real good. A short list tonight. I really can't hear you locally yet, but on KFS you're there. And let's get things started. So welcome everyone to the Wednesday night West Coast AMI net, and the purpose of this net is to promote the preservation, restoration, and enjoyment of AM transmitters and all AM equipment and the AM mode of communicating, the original voice mode of communication by radio. You don't have to be a member of anything to check into the net tonight. And if you'd like to join AMI and get your own AMI number, if you don't have one already, go to a website, aminternational.club, and there's a fee, like $5, and a form to fill out, and you'll get a certificate and your own AMI number. I'll be your host this evening, KF6SYD, Stephen, Long Beach, AMI 1708. The equipment is a CCA AM1000D inverted V at 70 feet AKG microphone. There's also another website, westcoastami.com, which has a lot of pictures of all of us on it. That's interesting to go to sometime. And What else do I give here? I'm trying to think of John's call letters. I'll give them out later. When I call you, please give your name, location, AMI number if you have one, and tell us about your equipment and anything else interesting you want to talk about for a few minutes. That's always makes things pleasant. List anything you want to sell during your check-in. Maybe one of us will want to pick it up from you, or if you're in need of some kind of AM ham radio related parts or equipment, let us know and maybe one of us can come up with that for you during your check-in. Let's see. Let me know if you want to be on the list for the round table during your check-in, and I'll put you on that list. I'll periodically call for more folks who want to be in on the net as we go through the list. So let's go ahead and do a tune-up, and then we'll get things started.
Victor Golf out here in Tucson, tuning up and standing by.
So watch
Online TikTok.
All right, good tune-up. George, W6 Victor Golf, I got you. Through everyone else during the tune-up, so welcome. You're on the list. And is there anyone else that wants to be added to the list for the net? Please call now. Very well then. Okay, let's start out with Skip, K6LGL. Thank you for getting the list together and getting the frequency hopping. Go ahead, Skip, take your turn.
In Santa Monica. I'm on my usual Lisbon Harbor, what I call place modulated set base. But the cabinet is. So DX100 basically, T6. So that's Benson Harbor specialty. It started big AM thing. It was a little price, took a long time. Well, that's the story on that. Antenna is halfway dipole holder, and that's over a generation old. Repaired here a month or so ago. And now both sides of the dipole, both quarter wave sections are up in the air, so that helps a little bit. So that's a transmitting antenna. Receiving antenna is one of those also. And the receiver is a modern SBR type with waterfall display, so that allows me to see what's on frequency. I can see 25 cc each side of the frequency, which makes it a little easier. So that's the story there. Microphone, the classic lollipop with a little acoustic modification, D104, and anything to help my voice. I need quite a bit of help. So that's the story. AMI number is 1326-1326. And I want to say that your membership is Amplitude Modulation International. It's a lifetime. It's a one-time fee. You pay your $5 pay-in. It's for lifetime. So there's no renewal required. So it's a good value. And it is basically now administered by N9AMI John there in Silver Springs, Nevada. He's taken over for KW1 I get to work. So, continuing this tradition. So that's about it for here. Going to be doing the next change the broadcast tape. 2 p.m. this is flowing. KH6 is loaded. K6 hours beyond. Santa Monica by the bay.
Alright, Skip. Boy, a few times during your transmission, you just came jumping out of the NC300. And then went back into the noise. So it's the band, you're full crunch into KFS and full crunch into Long Beach when it'll do it. But most of the time, you're way in the noise here at my place. But good signal from your location, Skip. I know you're getting out. Okay. I heard, Jeff, you're back. So KK6IRZ, it's your turn. How you doing tonight, Jeff?
Oh boy, okay. You caught me right when I was taking a bite out of a brownie. So it's like when you give a dog peanut butter and stick it to the roof of their mouth. Just a second here. All right, very good. KK6IRZ, Jeff in Chino, California. Good evening, everybody here on the Wednesday night AMI net. I hear everybody quite well. Doesn't seem like too much noise and stuff on the band right at the moment. So we'll see how that continues. But I just got back in, had to go pick up the wife and all that, so I made it back just in time. Worked out nice. I'm running the typical stuff, a nice whopping $34 electric condenser mic, and just a little bit of stuff after it going into the homebrew transmitter, which is the Bervin DJS 750. Balanced link coupled tuner with open wire line and 128-foot square root antenna. And I'm listening on a ICOM 735 receiver tonight. I don't have anything else turned on, just that one. But again, everybody doing a good job. My AMI number is 1809. I don't have anything to sell or trade this evening. And I will listen through and go ahead and put me on the list for the round table, but we'll see if I make it quite that far. We'll see what the wife has got going here for side honeydews. So in any case, back over to you, Steve. Thanks for doing the earlies, of course, Skip, and thanks for doing the net, Steve. And again, good hearing everybody else in there, and I'll enjoy to hear what everybody is up to as it goes. Me, I've just been doing the typical cleaning over here, nothing too serious. So I was hoping that we might hear George HCX on the KW1 tonight. Maybe he's already in there and I just haven't heard him yet. So I'll have to stay here with anticipation. KF6SYD with the Wednesday night AMI net. This is KK6IRZ.
Okay, Jeff. No problem hearing you in Long Beach. And no, we haven't heard George yet on the KW. Well, Wayne was asking about that too. Him and Sharon, or at least Wayne, is on Sharon's radio in the office in there, and we sound awful good over here, awful clear and strong on that rig. But no George yet. And I could not remember. I could remember his name. I couldn't remember John McGrath's call letters. And in 9AMI, I wanted to express appreciation to him for keeping our website going both of them, and managing the certificates and the AMI numbers and getting lots of new folks on the road for AMI. I couldn't think this call letter saved my life. I had to look it up. So I never was going to come up with N9 AMI. It never was going to come to me. But that's how it is. It's always been that way. Anyhow, all right, Jeff, sounds good. Hope I got you for the round table. Maybe you'll still be here. Hope you are. NY6L, and I was thinking of you today as I replaced the digital television converter in the laundry room for Julie. I got 2 of them from you at the swap meet a long time ago, and had one of them running in there and the other one sitting on a shelf, and the first one died, so I was like, yeah, it's good. I got the second one out, and she could watch her shows again while she was ironing. So thought about you today, Jay. Anyhow, over to you, NY6L. How you doing tonight?
Good evening to you there, Steve, and everybody in the West Coast AMI Net NY6L. Jim here in Victoria, where it's cool down, 77 degrees right now. And we've been down about 59 tonight, so the seasons are changing. And real quick, Steve, are you going to come to the TRW swap meet this coming Saturday break?
I haven't even thought about it. I already got a bunch of cameras. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I got some, I just don't know. But if I'm there, it'll be good to see you. I don't think Dave's coming, and he's not on the net tonight. Usually him and I'll come together and walk around and visit, so I might check with him, just call him on the phone maybe and see if he wants to go. And but I don't know yet, Jay. Over.
Okay, just kind of curious. All right, well, very good. If you make it, fine. If not, we'll see you next time. All right, well, AMI number 1548, we're running the usual equipment here, the 8040 meter Super Senior here, a D104 microphone with a K7DYY audio processor at the base. Receiver is the ICOM IC-R71A communications receiver with the Super Senior, and it's going through the Palstar Auto Tuner, and it's going out to the 80 through 6 meter alt-center fed Palomar Engineers dipole up at about approximately 40 feet or thereabouts. So nothing to buy, sell, or swap. Busy doing some last minute soldering and stuff in the workbench, so I'll be listening, but I won't, don't put me down for the round table. Something comes interesting, I might jump in, but otherwise I'll just be listening in the background. Back with you there, Steve. By the way, you're full quieting, and Jeff, KK6IRZ, full quieting up here in the high digit here. Nice signal. Back to you there, Steve. TF6SYD. NY6L, Jay here in Hesperia.
Okay, Jay. Sounding good here in Long Beach. And happy soldering. I bet you're real good at that now. It's probably always were. But lots of practice all the time. Good thing you're doing there. Okay. Now we go way out to Don NF7R. Well, I don't think I heard you for quite a spell, but you've come in a couple of times. You're still on my little list here. I keep of call letters I never wanted to forget, and your name and call letters are still sitting there right in front of me. So Don NF7R, how are things out there? KF Success ID calling.
Let's put the correct receiver in standby. Let's see. Things are going pretty good. As soon as I figure out all my switches. Name is Don. We're in Logandale, Nevada, which is about 65 miles northeast of Las Vegas in the Moapa Valley, right next to the Lake Mead and the Valley of Fire great recreation area. And just open invite. If anybody goes up to Vegas, give me a call. It's not that far. For me to go down there or to meet you somewhere in the middle or whatever. Let's see, I'm using the Viking Valiant, about 150 launch carrier at ST-183 Delta to receive. And I've been comparing it back and forth with the HRO 60. But on AM, the 183 with its wider bandwidth, I guess, just sounds better. I'm using a Viking Matchbox and a full wave 160, 80, 40, and 20 meter antenna. It's only up about 30 feet. So it's an inverted D, and the angle gets more acute when you go down to the smaller frequencies, but it's a lot of wire up in the air with a single feed point, and it seems to work pretty good. Microphone here is the Shure Model 51. My AMI number 1769. And I was enjoying listening about Blackie. I think that's Ron's cat, and I kind of agreed with everything he said. The wife and I had our 50th anniversary a couple of months ago, and we realized we've had cats for all of those 50 years through 28 years of active duty in the Navy, moving around all over the world, and we've always had cats. And here we've currently got 4, sharing with my daughter, because we're babysitting 2 of her cats, and they're all indoor cats. Out here in Logandale, they become coyote snacks real fast. So you don't put cats out. In fact, we built a little chicken coop and turned it into a cat house. So they can go outside there, but it's right next to the house, and anyway, you got to keep an eye on those critters, that's for sure. Let's see. Won't talk about too much here, but it's good to hear everybody. And yeah, Steve, I was laid up for about I had surgery on my hip and femur from where I broke it a long time ago, and I had 67 staples. They cut me open pretty good, and that had me kind of out of action for a while on ham radio. So I'm back at it, and you can draw over my call sign or make it reinforced, because I plan on being back here a lot more often now that I'm feeling a lot better. KM6, SYD, Steve in Long Beach. This is NF7R in Logandale, Nevada.
All right, Don. Oh, it's so good to hear you. I'm glad you're doing better. I've done that too. I've had all those staples and the broken hip. I think I was in my 40s. A tree fell on me out in the woods. That was all alone. I was able to make it to the house. Anyhow, that's quite a recovery. 3 months is not getting to even try to walk on your leg, because you can't. It's got to heal before you can put weight on it. And that was bad. So, a lot of people don't recover from that. So I'm glad you did. I'm sure I'm glad to have you back. And cats, we've got a few cats around here. Everybody comes inside at night. We don't have coyotes. I've seen some, but it's so rare. But we've got possums and we got skunks. And one of our cats decided he wasn't going to let the skunk boss him around, and boy, he learned about skunks that night. And we couldn't. Oh boy, we didn't let him sleep in the house that night. Was able to get him washed up, and boy, he'll never touch one of those again. But, anyhow, Don, good to hear you. I'm glad you're back. Okay, Ron, KD6VWS. Let's see how the squeal goes. It's not too bad if it does. So over to you, Ron.
Okay, Steve. KS6SYD, KD6VWS. I think I had my LS in there for a little bit too much. With the meat and the fever. It ain't doing it now. Yeah. Operator error. I pushed the button if I had. Anyway, was Ron and Josh Matry, and I'm on the AMI number 1671, and I'm on the Valiant, version 1, and 150 watt carrier feeding it with the Turner Plus 2 microphone, and we're feeding on the NC125, the Q multiplier, new scope, and 74 watt meter telling me that everything's working, and SA2040 heat-kit antenna tuner, and that's going coax to the end-fed long wire, and corner wave counterpoise off the shield, and the long wire's up about 25 feet, and I've got a stinky cat. Oh, yeah, you can't let them out here. The coyotes are all over here. And we've even got mountain lions and bobcats. Had problems with mountain lions coming into my yard and digging under to the next door neighbors and getting their chickens and ducks and whatnot. So, yeah, cats got to be absolute indoor here for sure. So, okay, no one is swamping the mountain cable, but I'll be listening to it and copying everybody. Great. So, thank you for taking a minute there. Kind of great there, Steve, and thank you, Skip, for the earlies. So with that, back to you, Steve. KF6SYD 36 EWS.
Okay, Ron. Yeah, the mountain lion's a little hard to get rid of. You really can't. I don't know how I do that. I don't think you're supposed to shoot them. Probably that's not what you guys did, but sounds like you might have gotten the problem resolved one way or another. But man, oh man, yeah, there's just skunks and possums and raccoons come around. That's been a while, but we've got them. But it's amazing. We go for a walk at night, Julie and I. Not since I hit my toe on the wall the other day, but we'll get back to that. But often we'll see a skunk in, surrounding neighborhoods, going down the sidewalk and making his rounds. And it's strange to have those critters around here, but it's quite a few. Okay, Ron, sounding good now. Nice and strong, no more squeal. Okay, Phil, N6WHK. Your turn, Phil. Go ahead.
Thank you there, Ron. Ron. Steve. That's why I don't have one of those copies of voice either here, so I can't do that. Now, I missed the net last night, the vintage, but I went metal detecting. And I lucked out. I found an 1881 silver dollar and a Indian head nickel. Found a bunch of other change too. The houses, as we were working, we're going to remodel the front and backyard so they allow us to come in and play. The house is over 90 years old, so they're going to remodel the house and the yard. Found quite a few interesting things. But the best find was the 1881 and the Indian head. So that's what I was doing last night instead of being on the vintage net. My AMI number is 1661, running the normal equipment, Johnson Viking Ranger, Hammerline HQ110, L4B, about 200 watts, Johnson Matchbox, C104 mic, non-amplified, 610 scope just to keep an eye on my pattern, and it looks pretty good. About 285 to 295 feet of wire, and kind of a diamond configuration. And listen to all the golden tones on the Hammerline speaker, and watching my pattern on a Heathkit 610 SWR meter and power meters. So that's the operating here. And I will listen out. I won't be around for the round table because I usually crash kind of early because I get up kind of early. I've been getting up around 3 and 4 in the morning and getting on HF. Been having a real good time. I'm working a bunch of stations. So with that, back to you, Steve. KF6SYD and the Girling Group and 6WHK.
All right, Phil, well, wait a minute. Is that like the most thrilling thing you've ever... I'd be like, whoa! Is that the most thrilling thing you've ever found with a metal detector?
No, I've found some pretty old coins and some nice jewelry. The wife usually took that away from me. And now I just clean it up and put it at a jewelry store for sale. But I've got quite a few really old coins that I found. And I've got some gold coins I found out in the desert at a couple old ghost towns. So I like to play around with it, machine and 6WHK.
Well, that's something else. You know, you just figure you'd find, a bunch of, junk or something. Wow, that's something, you know where to look. And real good on the early morning HF. I'm glad you're having fun, Phil. Makes me feel good. Okay, next up, I said I would do it. Let's put out a call and see if there's anyone who's arrived since the net started that wants to be on the list for the net. If there's anyone out there, please call now.
Alpha India 6, Lima Yankee.
Now I had the wrong receiver on, so hold on. India 6, I didn't get the rest of it. Try again.
Yeah, hi, Steve. Alpha India 6, Lima Yankee, AI 6LY.
Oh, John, you're also on my little paper along with Don in F7R. There's only 4 people on the list. You're one of them. So John, very good. I've got you. You're about 7 stations down or something like that. Is there anyone else that wants to get on the list? All right, glad I did that. Oh yeah, Larry, I couldn't read my own writing. KN6IYC, Larry, it's your turn. Go ahead. to the transpired. Boy, they really let that one get out. And the wind took it off, too. But man, oh man, I almost lost the place in Mesa Grande that time. It burned up the side of Angel Mountain. It burned off the top of it. It's going to head down the hill and get my place, and the weather changed. And they got a handle on it and stopped it before it took me out. Oh, I was sure that place was gone. I wasn't there. I didn't want to stay there because you get trapped in there, you get killed. So I came back here to Long Beach and just listened to the reports on the radio, and I just knew it was gone when they told me where it was all burned. I go, my place is gone. But no, it didn't make it there. I went up to see it, and the weather had turned all foggy and drizzly and stuff, and it was good. But I'd forgotten all about that. That was quite a thing. Real good on the Fox. And good signal here into Long Beach. Okay, Greg, N6NYX, it's your turn, Greg. Go ahead. Yeah, I got you, Wayne. You're two more down the list. Yeah, Greg's not here. N6NYX, KF6SYD calling. Oh, Greg's not here. Okay. Okay, next we'll go to Bill. WA6LJR. Bill, go ahead.
Thank you very much. You guys are all sounding good down here. Got my ground wire driven deep so the claims will start bubbling out of the sand. Running the Valiant tonight. AMI number is 1758 on a N-sub long wire. Seems to be working okay. I'll keep it short. Hey, thanks a lot for letting me check in. WA6LJR, Pismo Beach.
Okay, Bill, got you on KFS. Couldn't get you in Long Beach. So I could hear you, but it wasn't easy. Wasn't an easy copy. Good to have you here, Bill. Okay, Wayne, if Sharon's with you, put her on first. She'll, But if not, anyway, K6IRD or W6IRD, it's your guys' turn. Go ahead.
Sharon is driving around a 2011 Chevy scooters, pickup truck, scooters to be, throwing wheels on it and everything. And you can imagine what I look like driving that sucker out. I often think how, there's a lot of people who would love to have that truck. Who was back the guys really like that truck and they want it. And I'm just telling you, it doesn't take anything to sell it to you. But, then you can put more miles on there. Everything that you used to have. Looking like you have now. But we would just say we're not going anywhere close to there. The reason I wanted to say to you and sometimes we see the taking the help out. Turn it over to the other island, Mr. Wayne, that is the channel of you. And so good night to all of you. Looking forward to hearing you again. Jeff, this guy always turn it over to
Okay, Sharon and Wayne, is very, very low modulated. And, I talk about putting my ear down to the speaker, and I just can't. No, I really did. I put my ear right up to the speaker. What is this? Tamerlan speaker. Yeah, that's what you use with the T300. And I could hear you guys, but it was, I don't know, 5% modulation. Anyhow, I got most of that. Sharon, that tops it all. I can't top it. I don't have a story that tops being in a Volkswagen and being broadside by a freight train. No one's going to top that. My gosh. We'll have to hear the story sometime when we're over there visiting. And 5 years to heal from that. No, that tops anything I hopefully will ever be able to come up with, or any of it. That's something else. Anyhow, sure good to have you both with us. You might want to find a way to see if you're modulating more, because it's really, it's tough, but I heard you guys. Good evening to both of you. Hope Jeff and I can make it over there pretty soon and work on it. We plan on doing it. We just haven't gotten together on it yet, so we'll try to get you guys back on the air with the big unit one of these days, so that we can enjoy. You guys running the net again. We've missed you doing it. Okay. Let's go out to let's take the last two, and I'll see if anyone, maybe Bob's out there in A7 or H. We'll yell for him even if I haven't heard him. George, W8 Victor Bob. It's your turn. Go ahead, George. Yeah, Sharon, no, I can hear you now. Yeah, that's still way, way low. I mean, it's better than it was, but it's like it's like almost no modulation at all. Do you guys want to fiddle for a second? It's kind of early and we've got a little bit of time. You guys want to like find the mic gain knob and turn that up or something? Because Wayne came on pretty good and now it's just almost nothing. So back over to you guys.
Is this better?
It's going in the right direction, but it's still not a lot.
Okay, how about this?
That's even a whole lot better, but you could use a little bit more.
How about this?
Well, I think that's about the same as last time. I can see it on the scope now. Before I couldn't see anything, but just two straight lines. So if you guys want to run in that position, it's a huge improvement. Over.
Okay, Steve, I'll let you go on to the next tonight, but thank you for helping me and Wayne as we did set the mic gain up. So I was hoping it was going to be better, but not quite perfect, but much better.
Yeah, it's closing the scope now. That's a good place. So you're going to run that on AM. Remember the place where you turned it. Okay, you guys have a good evening. And let's go on out to George. In Oro Valley, I remembered it. W8 Victor Golf KF Success by Decon.
KF6 SYD and the net. Here is W8 Victor Golf. George out here in Oro Valley. Yes, George, you remember. About 10 miles north of Tucson, the old Pueblo. And I'm hearing everybody great tonight. I don't have any monsoon static or nothing to speak of. That seems to have gone away, although we did have a few dark clouds today, but nice and quiet tonight. I'm hearing everybody. Wayne and Sharon have a strong carrier out here in the southeastern Arizona, and like you, I could crank the audio up and listen a little closely and make out what they were saying. Yeah, but we're getting, I think, better conditions here on the way. We'll be done with the monsoons here in September, and it'll start to cool off a little bit. We get our fall weather, which is down in the 80s and 90s, Steve, but fairly dry. So we're looking forward to that. Anyways, let's see. I'm running the usual stuff here tonight. A whole new pair of H13s modulated by another pair, and listening on the R390 not an A and O one. The plane model antenna is a 160 inverted V up about 45 feet with some regular ladder line down here to a homebrew link tuner. Not much going on here. We're looking forward to spending some time with my son over the long weekend. We're going to go visit him, or visit with him, let's say that, and looking forward to a nice weekend. Been working out in the garage on Studio G. That's where the old shack used to be before I moved it out here into the air-conditioned mother-in-law's cottage. I don't know how I ever stood it in there, but I did. But I left my old T368 in there, and a homebrew 1625 rig, low power rig. And I've got a 40-meter cloud burner up over the garage. So we've been working on that. I want to put that T3 back on. I've got 3 exciters here with the Collins PTOs, all military surplus. They all have issues, various issues, but they all work a little bit. So we're trying to make at least 1 or maybe 2 good ones out of some old surplus stuff. I pulled the PTO out of one that I know is good and stuck it into another one that has a PTO. It's kind of warbly in there, so hope to get that on. Probably have that on, only have it on here, probably have it on 40 meters for a while, and maybe I might put a 80-meter antenna up out there if I can orient it kind of a little differently than this one. This one's out in the South 40. Anyways, that's what we're doing here. Work a little bit on it at a time because it does get hot out there and sticky and humid, and the fall will pick up the pace. Let's see. AMI number is 1814. I don't have anything to buy or sell or swap or trade, and I better hang around for the round table. Might listen for a little bit before I turn in and go inside. Anyways, thanks for running the net. Got a great signal out here in Arizona. I'm hearing everybody. In fact, everybody's doing good. And hello to my friend Don, S7R up in Logandale. Yeah, I haven't talked to Don in a long time. Anyways, thanks for running the net. Skipper, if you're in there listening, thanks for picking up the earlies. And I will say 7-3 to everybody. Back over to you, Steve. KF6 SYD up in Long Beach, WH Victor Golf.
All right, George. Isn't it nice when you have a place that it's like your workshop or where you like it? And, you know, in the summer, though, like where I am here in the attic, I'm not going to come up here and work on stuff. It's just too, oh, man. And isn't it nice when the weather finally cools off and you can go back and start, pick up where you left off a few months ago when summer hit and you said, forget it. So have fun. Hope to hear some of that stuff on the air, and hope you have fun with it. And thanks for letting us know what you've been up to. Very, very cool. Okay. Last on the list, and we'll see if Bob's out there. AI7LY. John, go ahead and pick it up. It's your turn for the AMI.
KF6SYD in the group. AI6LY. Thanks, Steve. But that's okay. I think I mentioned that we're trying to move to 7-band, and we said if that happens, I'll probably apply for a new call sign with a 7 in it, because I already run a vacation station in 7-band that I operated stroke in. In any event, yeah, I'm missing all my columns here because it's all crated up out in the garage a lot, along with a lot of other stuff from the house. We got the place up for sale and we're selling it, and it's staged by the realtors. So I'm running on the backup gear tonight, but conditions are good, and hearing everybody, and Sharon came way up when she adjusted the mic gain. So whatever she did, it worked for me. So anyway, thanks for squeezing me in here, Steve. I know it's been a while, but that's what happens when you're out looking for property that's big enough for more than one tower. Let's put it that way. AMI number 1773. No swap, no round table. I'll try and be back on a few more times. The market's been slow. I'm not sure we're going to get an offer in soon, but we'll see what happens. Thanks, Steve. Back to you. KF6SYD and AI6.
Okay, John. Boy, that's something else. You're still on the air, and you got all the good stuff created. Excuse me. And you've got a great signal and beautiful audio, even in your current situation. Hope you're able to find the place that you're able to do everything you want to do. And yeah, you know, they popped all the interest rates up and made it hard on everybody to do the real estate for a while. But I hear they're going to start bringing them down a little bit in a while, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you get everything situated the way you want, out from the old place and into a new place you love, and looking forward to hearing everything again that you got with your new call letter. I wonder if you can get AI7LY. Who knows? We'll appreciate hearing from you next week if you want to get back on. Cool to have you here. Okay, let's see if Bob's out there, and we'll put out a call and see if there's anyone. NA7RH, KF6SYD calling.
Yeah, 6NYS.
Well, Bob wasn't there, but yeah, Greg, you weren't there. So thanks for coming back, N6NYX. Welcome back, and go ahead and take your turn.
I had totally dozed off, and I heard my call but couldn't make it back to the mic on time, so patiently waited to the end, because, wow, talk about stories. Yeah, my text lit up like a Christmas tree, and looks like my cousin Alex didn't do his meds and loaded up with calcium and suffered cardiac arrest, so they found him in the garden, got him to the paramedics. Took about 20 minutes to get his heart to go again. He was pronounced dead. So he's in the hospital and recuperating now. He's back out of his induced coma, but we don't know if he's got brain damage or not. Now this is interesting. See, half the family just can't stand me because of what the mother of my kids was told him. But the other half, Alex and his father, Brian reports that when he visited that they remembered that I played guitar, and that's why Alex played guitar when he was about 12. That was the same age my uncle taught me, so yeah, I really hope Alex is still with us. He doesn't have some loss enough to the capacity where he's, half the size and not going to move anymore or something like that. We just don't know. But anyway, he lives for now, and hopefully there won't be any relapse on this. We'll go see him in a couple of days after the rest of the family gets tired. That part of the family that doesn't want to see me, because the rest of them don't care. Just Jackie and some of her people. But, so anyway, that was just completely crazy out of the blue thing that happened when I got home. Anyway, good to hear all signals coming in from the local receiver quite nicely. Greg N6NYX from Mesa, California. AMI 1761. Kenwood TSA 50 MC43S hand mic. Top 350 watts carrier of 35 point load. Open wire lines at 2 foot. Horizontally polarized roof. Yeah, that's pretty much a near vertical into the skyway then. Anyway, kind of blackout. And looks like it'll do okay. It's still a power to it. Either way, it's noisy. Nothing for sale at once. There's just a round table because it's kind of in that stage now anyway. Look, if anybody has questions on that, because I guess some more fun is, while I'm doing that, I'm, talking on text to one of the girlfriends I have on Match, and really kind of going on. We've been writing each other a book all week, so it's going out with her on Saturday to have really big plates with really small food that tastes terrific, and then you go on a cruise and bike ride. So, yeah, she says if we still like each other after the weekend, maybe we can talk on the phone. I'm thinking if she still likes me over the weekend, that's good enough for me. Let's just keep doing that. That's why I do. N6NYX.
Oh, Greg. Oh, what a bunch of things. And I'm so sorry about Alex. We'll keep our fingers crossed and keep him in our prayers, and hope he recovers. I'm glad they were able to save him, and hope he recovers completely from that. That's terrible. And while all that's going on, have a fun time on your date. Hope you guys hit it off, and it's interesting and comforting to know that Julie and I aren't the only ones with colorful families that have all these kinds of incompatibilities and unusual things happen in them. We're not the only ones after all. It's just kind of comforting to find that out every once in a while. Reassuring. All the best to you, Greg, and we thinking about you. Anyone else want to check in before we close the net and switch to maybe a round table? KF6SYD call it.
Well, Steve, remember if George YEC wasn't at his radio, we probably would have lost him, right? The AMI had saved his life. N6NYX.
No one would have come up to check on George for hours. George spent hours and hours and hours up there. Becky did it. She didn't worry about him. Boy, there wouldn't. That much time going by would have been just detrimental. And I'm so thankful that worked out as good as it did. And George is greatly recovered from that and back doing almost everything he did before. Just kind of has to use a little scooter sometimes to get around because walking takes too long. driving his old truck and pushing the clutch pedal in, but it says a little hard to push the clutch pedal in now, but he's still doing it. All that kind of stuff. It's amazing. Let's go ahead and switch to the round table and hang around, Greg, if you want to. Let's see if, or anybody, see if Jeff is still out there, and maybe George W8 Victor Golf will want to chime in again, and anyone else. But hey, great net, enjoyed it. Took my mind off the silly things that bug me that you shouldn't let bug you. And it's been wonderful tonight. Everyone have a good evening who isn't gonna stick around. KK6RZ, if you're still there for the round table. Over to you. Nah, Jeff got called away, as he predicted. See if George is still there, and W8 Victor Golf, you said you kind of hang around. You want to take a turn on the round table? Go ahead. I didn't hear that. I didn't have the other thing on. The station, try again. I can't copy that. And then somebody came on 3875 right now on lower sideband and just took you out. So I'm gonna pull this skirt in on KFS and leave the other skirt open, which should give me good audio, and try it one more time, and I'll put my ear down to the speaker. Yeah, this is AM. This is the Wednesday AM net. We do it for years on Wednesday. And I can barely hear you, but I did hear you on KFS, so try to give me your call letters, and I'll see if I can copy them down. Kind of a rough copy. Kilo Delta 6 India Tango Delta. I heard you, but I can't remember. Yeah, you're way out there in the noise, and I can kind of hear you. I wonder if anyone else is out here that has a better copy. Hold on. No, nobody's coming forth, but good to hear you. Welcome to AM, but I can't hardly make out what you're saying. Where are you located? Located, we might have talked before. This seems to ring a bell. Yeah, the band isn't so great tonight for our distance between us. I'm in Long Beach, and I've got more power than you, and so you can probably hear me okay, but you're kind of down in the noise, but you've got good AM audio quality, best I can tell. And actually the station I'm listening to you on is up by San Francisco, so your signal's making it up there. But here in the Long Beach, no. It's the right distance. I don't see you on the scope at all. Let me flip the knob here on the NC300 and give me one more call and let me see if I can hear you local.
Okay, I think in the morning you can guys
Nah, that didn't. I've got such a noise level here, and in the urban sprawl of Long Beach, there's must be a lot of switching power supplies around me now. It didn't used to be that way, but now it's just a lot of from all of that. all the little switching power supplies in everybody's home all around me. So I can't hear you though. Anyhow, good to hear you. I did get your call letters out of it, but I can't really make out much else. It's just too rough. So thanks for being here. Thanks for trying. And let's see if Greg is still out here. And since NYX, Greg, I don't know if you're able to hear K6 ITD or not. Greg, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Well, he's coming in and out here in La Mesa, but when he comes in nice. And it's the same issue. I got a bunch of static here as well from the Urban-esque. All the routers, God knows what out there. So many stuff in Urbanania. But anyway, yeah, good to be out here on the round table for a change. And, what a story. I mean, I would have never thought that somebody as young as Alex, who's only in his early 30s, would succumb to cardiac arrest from some, condition where he's just not doing his meds.